You're listening to the podcast where we talk about life, sports, family, and everything in between. Welcome to Just Talking Out Loud with your hosts, Ron and Terry.
Hello and welcome to our Sunroom studio. I'm Ron.
I'm Terry.
And we want to welcome you to the show. We had an idea with our son, Zach, and his girlfriend, Sarah, were going to come on. But Zach decided that he's got a gig coming up. He's going to sing somewhere in Avella. And so he decided to sing all one night and lost his voice.
Yeah, they could play and he could sing too.
Right. And so he lost his voice. So we're hoping, fingers crossed, we can do one for next week because we're really, this is probably the latest I've ever done a podcast before it has to come out.
Yeah, this is true.
Because usually I'm like, I got it.
A week ahead.
Yeah, now I don't have that because this weekend we have a busy weekend and trying to edit it and get it out is going to be really interesting. So hopefully you'll hear what I'm saying. I'll be able to get this all, maybe tonight I'll be able to do some. Anyway, so he lost his voice. So we're hoping that we can get him on here next week for the next show. And I believe that's going to be our season finale. And then we're going to do here and there, maybe sprinkle in some short versions here whenever we get an idea in the summertime.
If anything good happens.
And then we will start back up in September. And that'll be our season 2, which I'm excited that we actually did. This will be our 23rd.
We did that many?
23 or 24. I think this is 24.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think so. We started late because of all the things I needed to do. So anyway, today's show we're going to talk about things that go on in the bathroom.
Really?
Yeah. You might be surprised what goes on in the bathroom.
I might.
Yeah, and
if I recall,
and in the shower,
were younger, some things went on in the
shower. Well, when I say that, it just sounds like something like that, but it really isn't because when you go somewhere, don't you get nervous about being in the bathroom?
Oh, in someone else's
yes.
bathroom or in public restrooms are horrible. You never know if they're going to be clean or if someone left a load in there or whatever, or if they left no toilet paper and you're like, oh crap, I already started going and there's no toilet paper.
Well, that's the first thing you got to check is toilet paper. You got to make sure there's toilet paper in the stall.
Right now at school, all the bathrooms are cleaned out. So they're not refilling paper towels and all that all the time. So
we're going to talk about that and things that really surprised me that people do in the shower. I don't know if you're in a hurry or what. We're going to talk about that. And then we've got some other, I want to talk about, people complain about the gas prices, which rightfully so. But it's amazing
it's
how.
Get worse.
Well, yeah, it's not going to get any better. But it's amazing how fast you drive, but yet you don't correlate. And so I have some facts on how fast you're driving and how you're not really saving you any gas mileage
by
driving the way you're driving. But anyway, that's second half.
Saving me time, baby.
But
time.
I know. It's all about wake up late, drive 100 miles an hour, get where you got to go. Who cares, if you're on somebody's butt the whole way there. But anyway, so the bathroom thing is interesting for me because when I had my surgery, I really can't trust a lot. It's like when I have to go, I got to go. There's no in between because I had colon cancer and anyway. So, and I don't like using public bathroom and I really don't like I love my kids, but even with my kids' house, I feel, a little uneasy because it's embarrassing. You don't want to do that in their bathroom. I want to do it in my comfort of my own bathroom. Don't you think?
Yeah, you don't like to do it at work either.
Oh, I do it at work because I get paid for it there. Yeah, I mean, anytime you can get paid for a poop, why not? You got to do it then. But if you got to go, you got to go.
When I got to go, I just go.
But did you ever wonder when somebody's over your house, what's going on in the bathroom when they're in your bathroom?
No, I try not to think about it.
All right, well, I'm saying, though, do you think
But we've had a few clog up our
we had
a few clog up our toilet.
I'm not talking about the poop that we've had
plumbing
that's been backed up because that's happened a lot. But do people snoop in the bathroom to see what's going on?
See whether you got prescription pills in your medicine cabinet.
Yeah, quilted northern bath tissue. They did a survey and they asked people to reveal their bathroom habits and their quirks. And these are some of the quirks they had. 6 in 10 people leave the door open while using the bathroom when they're home alone.
Oh, I would.
Well, we do that even when we're together. I leave the door open.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been married.
I left the stall door open yesterday when I used the one at school just because there was only 2 people in the building.
You left the door open in the school bathroom?
The stall, not the main door, but the stall door. There's 2 stalls in there.
So somebody could have come in, though. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're just...
It would have been only
you're
one.
Living
it
dangerously.
Would have only been one. There was only one other girl in the whole place.
It doesn't, you don't think that would have bothered you if she would have come in and saw you sitting? No. Okay. Oh. Anyway, so I leave.
You can't see nothing.
If you walk past the door, you could.
Long shirt. But no, that the bathroom door was closed. The stall door.
That's what I'm saying. They still could have walked past the stall door, and
they could, if they came in
unless you were in
from
the
the
last
bathroom door to the stall, they would have seen me sitting there.
That's what I mean. You said there's 2 stalls. Did you take the one?
I was in the one that you could have seen me.
You didn't take the last one.
But my shirt comes low, and you can't.
You didn't take the last stall. See, I would have just taken the last one.
There's only 2. They're both the last one. One's on one side, one's on the other.
Oh, they're not like side by side. One's up against the wall.
Side by side, yeah.
We'll take the one up against the wall.
They're both against the wall.
I know, but I'm talking about
That's the whole bathroom.
I know, but if you're going to walk past, if you're in the first one, or did you take the second one? The second one, they wouldn't have walked past you if you're in the second one. The door is
here. There's 2 stalls.
But if you take the second one, they don't walk by you. Right?
I think they could see
anyway,
you.
It doesn't matter.
When they step in, they'd see you from either
Nobody
one.
cares. Because I have I had like a particular stall.
You like a particular?
Yeah, I do.
I do too, but I didn't use the one I usually use because I didn't close the door.
I like
other one. The door.
I don't want to be the first one in line. And I don't really like being in the middle. I really like the handicap one. I know you're not supposed to use that one, but I like that one. There's a lot of room. It feels like your own little office. You're just doing business in a nice big. It's like, wow, this is pretty cool. A lot of room in here. The other ones are kind of tight. You feel kind of claustrophobic. Usually, I just want to get in and get out anyway.
Probably no one handicap comes in and needs to.
Well, I know. You know what? That's true, and I shouldn't do that, but yeah. Okay, so 6 in 10 leave the bathroom door open. We leave the door open. We both have done that. We actually talk to each other while we're in the bathroom.
Me and my sister, that's when we got our privacy when we were growing up. We went to the bathroom together to get away from our brothers.
I mean, that's when we get some real interesting conversations.
Yeah.
So you have to turn the fan on.
Yeah.
That's when it gets, what? Anyway, 4 in 10 admit that they go through someone else's medicine cabinet. I have never done that.
I haven't either.
I've never opened someone's medicine cabinet, someone else's. If they leave something on the sink and I see it, that's one thing, but I don't go
unless
through it.
I was actually looking for
if
something
they ask
like
me
whenever, yeah. Well, like when we spent the night at RJ's in Lawrence, I forgot my face cream and I was looking for any kind of lotion, for my face.
Yeah.
Because I'm so used to washing and then putting moisturizer
I mean,
on
if they
face.
ask us to look through something, then I'll do it, but I'm not going to go through their stuff.
No,
I'm not doing that. 72%. This is a simple one. 72% used a smartphone in the bathroom. Who didn't know that? I'm surprised it's not higher.
Oh yeah, I mean, you might be playing a game while you're trying to drop a load.
Well, a quarter of them are watching YouTube, TikTok, and Netflix.
Oh, I don't
watch Netflix. I don't have that much time.
Netflix, yeah.
I mean, 1 in 10 people eat in the bathroom.
Ooh,
and that brings me to the next subject.
I don't know about that.
I know. This is weird. And yet,
I don't eat in the bathroom.
There are things that people have eaten in the shower. There are 10 things that they say you can consume in the shower. And I just don't understand.
Kramer washing all his vegetables.
Well, he was making salads in the I forgot.
Yeah.
So for those, if you're in a hurry and you wonder what you can eat in the shower, they have 10 foods that don't require a lot of hassle. But I just don't understand. I mean, anyway, so here are the 10.
Right? Fruit.
Okay, let's see. You name a couple things.
Fruit, like oranges.
Oranges
apples,
is number 9. Apples is number 3.
Grapes.
Really eat an apple after you just scrubbed your privies?
I would think those would be easier to eat in the shower. You don't have to worry about
apples. So you got oranges, you got apples.
Grapes.
Actually, there's no
any kind of berries.
There's no more
fruit. No
fruit
more
on
fruit.
here.
That's
No.
it. Okay.
No. So
bananas would get soggy, so that wouldn't.
A banana. Eat a banana in the bathroom. Number 10 is beer. That's not eating. That's drinking.
Yeah, but I still wouldn't do that in the bathroom.
You said oranges. That's number 9. Go-Gurts and to-go applesauce packets.
Oh, well, those would work because they're in a,
in a container. But you have to use Go-Gurts.
You squeeze. You rip off the top and you squeeze them in your mouth.
Campbell's soups on the go. They're eating in the shower. That's number 7.
I can't see that one.
I don't see that one either. You got to heat it up first, don't you?
Yeah.
Unless does the water of the shower, you get it hot enough? A lot of people taking cold showers now. I was telling you about that. They were saying, I was watching this doctor and he was saying that cold showers are very, very beneficial for your metabolism. He had a long list of things, but I can't last that long in a cold shower.
I like to have a warm shower.
Yeah, I want a warm shower.
But I have back problems, so I like the warm water kind of massage in my back.
So I think Campbell's soups on the go seems a little weird to eat in the shower. Unless, I don't know how you heat it. You have to heat it up.
Baby food packets are like those Go-Gurts too.
Now, is that in the evening? Are we doing this in the evening though?
I don't know.
Or is this in the morning? I guess that one could be an evening if you're doing a soup.
I guess.
I don't know. Number 6 is a popsicle. You'd have to eat it fast, wouldn't you?
If you're taking a hot shower. Unless you're taking a cold shower.
Yeah, that's number 6. Trail mix is number 5. Seemed like it'd be soggy.
Yeah, it seems like if you got it wet, it would be soggy.
Number 4, gummies. Eat a gummy in the shower.
They're going to end up soggy in your mouth anyhow.
And then you said apples. That was number 3. Another popsicle, icy pops.
Well, they're in a package.
They're in a package.
So
they're squeezed.
Would be a little bit easier.
But still,
there's Kool-Aid at the bottom.
And then the number 1 thing that people are eating in the shower that don't really require a lot of hassle, smoothies and iced coffee. I don't know. So those are so people are eating in the bathroom. I just don't know. I'm not in that big of if I'm in that big of a hurry, then I've got issues that I got to eat in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, if you can't get up
and get
enough time to
or like coffee and Go-Gurt, you can put in the car and eat while you're driving to work.
Oh, I've seen people eat cereal in their car.
Yeah.
They have these cups now where you can put cereal in the middle. Amazon has them. You put all the cereal in the middle and the milk goes on the outside. And then when you tip it up, the mixture comes out. Cereal and the milk come out together. And I forget what it was. It was cereal on the go. Yeah, it was cereal on the go. You could put your Apple Jacks, your Frosted Flakes, or if you're in the healthy mode, you would put Wheaties. What else? Honey bunches of oats. What's your favorite cereal? If you had your go-to cereal, what was your favorite cereal?
I don't know, because I quit eating cereal a while back.
Well, I didn't ask you that. I asked you if you had a favorite cereal that you could go back to, even when you were a kid. What was did you eat?
Crunch Berries.
Crunch Berries. Frosted Flakes is my go-to. Tony, I haven't had that in
I like cinnamon,
years.
like Life, and I don't know. I like a lot of cereal, so I used to eat cereal all the time.
I don't mind Cheerios. I'll do that, but there's just something about. I really miss Frosted Flakes. I haven't had it, and I couldn't even tell you how long it's been. I really
like the vanilla Chex too, with vanilla milk on them. It's very
those are good. I like those. You know what else I liked is the what was the cereal?
Peanut butter Chex.
Yeah, but what was the cereal that had the dark chocolate chunks? It was a Kellogg's cereal. It was like a Flakes.
Cocoa Puffs?
No, it was
Special K.
Special K, but it had dark chocolate. They have strawberry.
Special K dark chocolate.
But they don't sell it anymore. I can't find it.
Oh.
They have the regular chocolate.
They had Special K dark chocolate for a while.
Because the dark chocolate is supposed to be better for you. And I thought, I'd do that. But they don't sell it anymore. So now it's, for me, right now it's Honey Bunches of Oats, which I do like those.
I like them too.
A little bit of almond milk and Cheerios. We don't have any Cheerios, but that's my two go-to. But didn't you have, our kids like that, Apple Jacks?
But when they were real
Cinnamon
young,
Toast Crunch.
Yes, when they were real young, I didn't give them any of that sugar-coated stuff. When they were real young, they ate Cinnamon Life and Cheerios and stuff like that. Puffs, Rice Puffs.
Yeah, but we did have
Rice Krispies, stuff like that.
We did have Apple Jacks here, though.
Yeah, well, as they got older. Yeah. But when they were real young, I didn't give them a lot of sugar-coated cereals. I used to hide your sugar-coated cereals.
I think Zach had us get some cereal, but he didn't even eat it. Remember that one cereal he just...
Yeah, he wanted this certain kind, and then he didn't eat it, yeah.
So, and now here's the next subject we're going to get on to. It has to do with the shower, which kind of happened to me the other day. So we're talking about eating in the bathroom, what goes on in the bathroom. Is it okay to pee in the shower? Now, I actually...
Yes, because sometimes it just happens.
Well, it's funny because they say there's benefits to peeing in the shower.
I sneeze, I pee.
And you sneeze, you pee.
If I sneeze and my bladder's full, I pee a little bit. So if I'm standing in the shower, I just let it go.
Well, it's weird because I got two different versions of peeing in the shower. Like the one is there's benefits, and some of the benefits they say is environmentally, because if you are peeing in the shower, then you don't flush the toilet as much. So it saves like 1,000 gallons or whatever it is by peeing in the shower. And it says here the truth is that while urine isn't as clean and pure, which I never thought it was, as some people think it is, most of the time it's not likely to cause a health problem if you pee in the shower. But so that happened to me where I had to go.
You let it loose?
And I let it loose.
I'm surprised because you would probably yell at me if I peed on it.
Well, if you're in it, they talk about that. I mean, if there's another person, we take a lot of showers together. I'm not going to do that while you're in there. First of all, I was kind of grossed out that I did it. I felt like I needed to get out
and
clean the shower, clean it all out, and then take another shower. That's how I felt. I didn't do it because I was in a hurry, like we always are. But that's how I felt. And then they ask if one of the questions was, if you pee on someone that has a, what's that sting?
A bee sting. No,
not a bee sting. Like if you're in the water and, oh no, I know what it was. It was athlete's foot.
Oh.
Does pee, no, it doesn't work.
Doesn't help that, but it helps like different stings. Yeah.
It doesn't really work. It said there's scientific evidence that urine, there's no scientific evidence that urine can treat athlete's foot or any other type of infection or issue. Because wasn't that something that happened on Friends? They peed on her foot because she got stung by a jellyfish.
No, that was in Survivor.
No, it was on Friends too.
Oh, was it?
Because Joey had to do it. You don't remember that one?
I don't know.
Anyway, so it doesn't really.
Yeah, but jellyfish stings. They say that it's like an antiseptic if you have no antiseptic around.
So then another doctor says, so environmentally they say, okay, you save water because you don't have to flush the toilet and it's already right there. It's going down the drain. As long as you're not making a salad in there, I guess. But then another doctor said that you could be doing yourself some damage because he's saying that your body, if you're in the shower and you're running water, your body will associate anytime water's running, you have to go to the bathroom. So like
well, that happens to a lot of people anyhow.
Yeah, because he says that you shouldn't be in the shower because of the potential effects that it could have on your body, which is that it would tell your body, oh, water's running.
As you get older, that kind of happens anyhow, doesn't it?
Well, not yet. I'm not quite that old. Not quite. I'm close. But I could see his point. Running water, have to pee, but I don't know. The shower doesn't. I think it's happened to me maybe 2 or 3 times. Am I keeping you awake? You all right? It's been a rough week. I mean, it's been a busy week, and we got a busy weekend coming up.
Yeah.
And we're throwing this one together. So, but anyway, so peeing in the shower, yes or no?
It doesn't bother me.
It wouldn't bother you?
No.
But I mean, it says if you pee in the shower, it could subconsciously train you to urinate when you hear water, which, I mean, it's possible. Anything's possible, right?
Yeah, I sleep through it.
Yeah, you don't get up and go to the bathroom enough.
I know, and then I'm ready to explode when I wake up an hour later because I should have got up an hour ago and went. Would
you mind a urinal in our house? Put a urinal in?
Yeah, I don't think that would be. Yeah, I don't think I would like that. I don't think I would like it.
14% of men want urinals in their home. 91% of women say no. So you're in the 91% of no urinals. They did a study, and they said, would you like to have a urinal in the house? And this was of all, religion, gender, all this. And yes, I would was 8%. Don't know was 10%, and 82% was no. So no urinal in the house. I was going to ask Zachary if he wanted a urinal
in his house.
But I don't. I first of all, we don't have room for a urinal.
Most bathrooms are not big enough to.
What about a?
Although Nathan and Alexis have a big enough bathroom, they could put one in there.
Yeah, they could do that. They could do a urinal. They could do 5 bathrooms, toilets in there if they wanted to.
Sitz bath or whatever they call that.
Yeah, what's it called? I was just going to ask you if you would want one of those.
No, the only time I ever used something like that was after
where it
I had
squirts your butt.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Why is it that I can't think of anything? Like, I know what I want to say, but I'm afraid to say it because I know it's wrong. What's it called?
Now you made me.
Now I know Penny's probably listening and she's naming it, and I know she's naming it because she listens and she talks to us a lot. And it's I don't know. Anyway, would you want one of those?
No,
it's supposed to save on toilet paper, right? It's supposed to give you more cleanliness. But you wouldn't.
But then you're wet.
Huh?
Then you're wet. Don't you still have to use toilet paper or something?
You shake it like a dog as you're walking out. And then you shuffle your feet real fast like dogs do whenever they take a crap in your yard and all the grass comes flying up. That's what you do. And that's how you get your butt all dry. That's how I think that's how they clean themselves, right? They shuffle their paws and tear up the grass and get all the dingleberries off their butt. Is that how that works?
I have no idea.
So that's how you would do it. You would shuffle your way
I don't think so.
out the door to the sink.
I need something to dry with.
Okay. All right. So that's our bathroom talk. So that's our first segment. We come back. We're going to talk about how to drive more efficiently. And really, gas prices are just ridiculous. There's studies out there that said the gas could reach anywhere from $7 to $10 by next year. It's not going anywhere.
Well, they didn't do they don't want to do home.
They don't want to. Yeah, they don't want to
fuel. So hey.
So we're just going to have to buck up. Maybe go electric. I can't afford electric cars, so that's not happening. $60,000 for an electric car, but then I'd also have to find a way to charge it.
Right.
So I got to do all that too. But when we come back, we're going to talk about aggressive driving and how that affects your gas mileage. I'm sure you won't be surprised when you hear it, but you can still bitch about how high prices are when you're filling up your car. And it cost me, I think, $50-some for my 2009 Ford Ranger. I forget what. I think yours was $47.
Tracy that she filled up her truck yesterday and gas cans for the lawnmower, $103.
Doesn't surprise me, because my lawnmower takes premium. I can't use.
What she has to put premium.
Yeah, premium. And your cars, some cars
in her truck.
Yeah, it has to be premium. Yeah,
it has to be premium plus the premium for the gas in the lawnmower too. So she said it was $103. She said.
It's just you gotta put that in your budget. All right, we'll talk about that. So don't go anywhere. Stay right where you are, and we will be right back. So you want to start a podcast? Maybe you're listening to the show today and you're thinking to yourself, boy, that would be fun, and I have a lot of things I want to talk about. Maybe today is the day. Maybe you're looking for a new marketing channel, or you have a message that you'd like to share with the world, or you just think it would be fun to have a talk show. It is a lot of fun just talking to your friends. Maybe you have ideas about sports, life, or whatever your passion is. Today's the day. Podcasting is easy, it's inexpensive, and it's a fun way to expand your reach online. And where should you go? Buzzsprout. It's hands down the easiest, and it's the best way to launch, promote, and track your podcast. And your show, believe it or not, can be online and listed in all the major podcast directories in minutes, like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcast, and you wouldn't believe how many more there are. And they make it simple to join all of them. Podcasting is not hard when you have the right partners, and Buzzsprout is the team to join. They are passionate about your success. You can join over 1,000 podcasters already using Buzzsprout. We're one of them. We've been on Buzzsprout from the beginning, and I'm so glad I joined up. I had a little bit of an issue, emailed a customer service rep, and they got back to me within 5 minutes, and they had me calm down. It wasn't that hard, and what I was doing was my fault. So here's all you got to do. Click on the link in the show notes. It tells Buzzsprout we sent you. You can support our show, and if you get a paid plan, you get a $20 gift certificate from Amazon. Now, here's some other things that Buzzsprout provides. Like, you get a great-looking podcast website. Now, a lot of people think, oh, I got to get a website, got to pay for that. No, you don't. They provide it for you. Also, they have audio players. Maybe you have a website, and all you want to do is promote your show on your own website. You can do that with their audio players, and you can also drop it into other websites and on Facebook or Twitter, and they help you do it all. Believe me, Buzzsprout is the way to go. They've helped me immensely, and I've had a lot of fun doing it. So maybe today is a day for you to start your podcast. And if you do, check out the link below in the show notes and get a $20 Amazon gift card. Welcome back. Terry and I are here. Hi, Terry.
Hi.
And so before we left, we were talking about bathrooms, but then we were talking about gas, how much it cost, how you might be able to save some money. And you know this stuff. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. I mean, it's basically, it's just common sense. You got to slow your ass down if you want to save some money on gas. Aggressive driving, speeding, rapid acceleration, braking wastes gas. Now, it actually can lower your gas mileage by roughly 15% to 30% at highway speeds 10 to 40 in stop-and-go traffic. Driver feedback devices can help you drive more efficiently. A recent study suggested that you can help the average driver improve fuel economy by about 3%, and that those using them can save 10% on their mileage for gas. And they were talking about how just driving they were talking about optimal, just the speed limit. If it's 55, 60, whatever it is, if you just go gas mileage, it says that optimal fuel economy is different speeds, a range of speeds. Gas mileage usually decreases rapidly at speeds above 50 miles per hour. So, of course, highways are 55. You don't want to be grandma in the fast lane, but you don't want to be going 80 miles an hour. You're not helping yourself. Especially, I'm just surprised that the trucks, I'm not talking about like 18-wheelers, just F-150s that are just, there's no way you got to be at the pump. And I don't know how Toyotas, Tundras, I think Nathan has a Tundra. They're supposed to be a little bit better on gas mileage, but it still depends on how fast you go, doesn't it?
Yeah, I would imagine it does.
It said an average savings.
These big campers, people bought all these campers during COVID, and now filling them up must be.
What did Lonnie told me that they're going to go on a trip? Maybe they already did. I know they were going, and he was talking about $500-$600 to fill up that motorhome. That's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot.
At your hotel stay.
Well, we got to think about that too. We're going to Nags Head. I mean, that's something you got to consider. By the time we go to Nags Head in July, gas could be $6 possible.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. Might have to drive speed limit, old Speedy Gonzalez.
But then we can't get there. And
old Leadfoot over here. But whatever. It said that If drivers are willing to slow down 5 to 10 miles per hour, it will save them $4.62 per gallon. So the gas savings, relatively, about $4. So, I mean, it's just a matter of, this is just common sense, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's all this is. It's just common sense. But people are complaining. In the meantime, as they're complaining, they're driving 90 miles an hour down the road.
Oh, yeah. They about ran us over.
They're running,
back from Pittsburgh last week.
They almost ran us over.
They went around when the road is blocked and it's a one lane, and they went around on the brim to get around faster.
Like this is Captain
One
Obvious.
almost sideswiped the other one.
Yeah, just because they're trying to get, where are you going? Seriously.
We went into another merge, so they had to sit there anyhow.
Right. You got to sit in traffic anyway. Every car gets better gas mileage at 50 miles per hour rather than 70. I mean, that's just obvious.
Yeah.
We know that. But I mean, it's just funny how people want to complain. It's not going to get any better anytime soon. They're finally admitting that. They're finally saying, well, maybe this is going to be around a little bit longer. Yeah, it is going to be around.
Quite a while.
Quite a while, for sure. And I wish I could wave a magic wand and tell you that it's going to go away, but it's not. And we're not talking about just gas.
It's everything.
It's everything. Our food bill has gone up.
Oh, yeah. We pay more for the two of us than we used to for all, 5 and sometimes foster kids in the house, too. I mean, sometimes I was buying groceries for 8 to 10 or more people a night, and
it's just...
we did it for less money than we are now.
Yeah, it's frustrating. And I know people are really hurting. No doubt. They're hurting. And... it doesn't help that you say, well, raise their wages. And I was watching Peter Schiff is kind of an economist, and he was talking, I forget who he's talking to, and they were talking about, well, if you raise wages at these restaurants, because the restaurant didn't have enough help. And the guy was saying, well, if you raise wages and you get help. And he said, that's not how it works. He said, if all these restaurants raised the wages, you couldn't afford the food.
Yeah, because
they got to pay the wages.
Yeah.
If you pay somebody $16 an hour to wait tables, you won't be able to afford the hamburger because they have to make it up somehow.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work that way. There's in order to be in business, I'm not saying that you rake the consumer, right? But at the same time, if you're a small business, you're a restaurant, you're an independent, and you raise wages to $15-16 an hour, you gotta make that up somehow.
You have to raise all your meals.
So what are they doing? They're not hiring, even though it says they are hiring. A lot of places are not really hiring. I think they put it out there in the effects of, okay, we're busy, so it's going to be slower service. So they put that out there, but they really aren't bringing anybody in because they'd have to raise the rates of everything. And it would be tough to eat the food because you couldn't afford it. I want people to make good money. You do, but at the same time, there is a give and take here.
Yeah, we eat out more than we ever. I mean,
we do.
When you were a kid, you remember going out to eat very often.
Yeah,
occasionally, but not like people do now. I mean, a lot of people go out once or twice a week.
I don't know if
even families, when we go out, we see full families out to eat, and we didn't go out a lot when our kids were younger. And I know when I was growing up, we went out if it was someone's birthday.
We would go to Towers restaurant, but not
like once a week or anything.
No, I think it was maybe once a month. We might do a fast food back then. I'm trying to remember. I don't even know if we did a lot of fast food.
I mean, we did it once in a while. I mean, but not like people do now. I mean, they may eat fast food once a week, pizza once a week, and go out to eat once a week.
I don't remember.
You know what I mean?
Pizza. I don't remember.
I don't remember. I remember Pizza Hut being around, but I don't remember getting pizza real often. Like, we get it more often now than I ever remember getting it when I was a kid.
Well, it's convenience.
They made everything convenient.
There was a story about people getting their food delivered And
they'll pay that delivery fee for, and they do.
And they get their fries, and there's not as many fries in it
because they
admitted to some of the, when they did the study, they admitted that, you know, sometimes they'll pick out a fry or a onion ring out of the box while they're driving to the person that they're delivering it to. I mean, it's
plus you tip them, and
then you tip them as they're eating your food,
and
fingering your food too at the same time. But yeah, I don't remember getting pizza. I really don't. I'm trying to remember the pizza places that we even. Oh, I know, like once in a blue moon. Well, this is as I got a little bit older. We would go Bonanza.
Yeah,
everybody we had a Bonanza.
Yeah, we went there when we were dating. Your
dad would go, and then he'd have to pay for it later. Speaking of bathrooms,
yes,
because he always said they did something to the salads.
Salad bar, and it did it to me too sometimes.
Yeah,
when
he'd have to come. As soon as he came out, boom, he put it in and took it right back out. As soon as he got to the door, Dad's going to the bathroom. We just went to Bonanza. I don't know what they were spraying on it, but something, right?
Something to keep it fresh, probably.
Keep it fresh. I remember that too. It was every time. He had to run right to the bathroom as soon as we got done from Bonanza. So everything has gone up. Food, I can't imagine. Here's the other thing too. A friend of mine we were talking about is if you were one of those people that actually deliver food, how could you afford to do it? With $5, you'd have to somehow
with a gallon. Yeah, you'd have to say minimal tip or something.
Uber Eats and these places.
Yeah, because the gas prices are going to be too high to get it. That convenience, you're really going to pay for that convenience.
That's my thought. I mean, you got to find a meat. I don't think a lot of these people that think, well, I deliver food,
especially if you're like 5 miles away, they're going to be like,
they don't see the wear and tear on their car.
No,
it costs more. I mean, they might be making money. I don't know. But the wear and tear on their car and now gas, getting to you'd want to pick places that are kind of close together, right?
Right, close to your home so that they can, and then that's just it. That's usually why you call, have Grubhub delivered is because you didn't want to go out because it's, a ways away.
I like having the food delivered, like pizza. There is a convenience there. There's no doubt. I don't want to go out. And I wonder if that's going to change because people are going to want to stay in, right? So they order food in. And then is that going to start a surcharge of places like pizza?
Yeah.
When we have
delivery,
pizza coming
we
in?
have to give you a $5 surcharge because the gas tank.
I mean, is that going to, because people aren't going to go out because they want to save gas. But yet, if they're having it ordered in, then you're going to find that price is going to go up. I would think. That could be coming, especially
either
if it gets any worse.
Your food's going to go up or
one or the other.
Something's going to go up to account for that.
There's going to be some kind of a
There might be
charge.
2 different prices for pizza. Delivery pizza is $2 more than a regular.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so that's the sad part is everything's going up and we're just going to have to try to do the best we can. Now, some people are saving money though because they're not working 5 days a week,
or they're not they're working at home and they have to go in only one day,
right?
Here and
that's
there.
What I mean.
Which would be nice. I mean, but
not everybody has that convenience.
No, not everyone has that convenience.
Because I don't have that right now, but those that do, that might be saving them right now.
Oh yeah, because if they're making the same money and they're only having to drive 1 day a week, then they're still using less gas than they were before, even though the gas is more expensive.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I wonder if companies were thinking about bringing people back in. They might, you know what, let's just keep it the way it is.
Yeah, wait till the gas.
It could go another year. It could get worse. We'll see. I hope it doesn't. I pray that it doesn't, but it doesn't look like it's getting.
It doesn't look good. Our government's not. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good. I mean, I don't know. They say I know it's Trump's fault. It's Putin's fault. It's always somebody else's fault. I don't care whose fault it is. Come up with a plan. Tell me what your plan is, right?
Hey, they stopped our pipeline, so that's on them.
Yeah. I mean, I know they want to go to renewable energy. I know they want to go.
Yeah,
but you also have to set that all up. This is not just you don't wave a magic wand and everybody has electric cars in their house.
And if we have to rely on other countries when we don't have to, I mean, why would we make ourselves rely on other people when we don't have to.
I don't understand it either. But they have to blame. See, they always put the blame on somebody. It's always somebody else's fault. And they don't have a plan. They don't have a plan. But it is what it is. Okay, so we really touched on some politics, which we don't usually do. But it's just irritating, I think, because we're frustrated. Everybody's frustrated. And I was going to ask you this question. I might even ask this to Zachary next week when we have our show. But there was a question asked, is it okay to ask your neighbor, is it okay to tell your neighbor to clean up his yard? And I was thinking about this because everybody is on edge, right? Everybody's on this. I mean, you know it.
Depends
you can see
on who
it.
your neighbor is.
That's
they may
exactly
come
right.
out after you.
That's exactly right.
Slit your tires, whatever, you know?
I mean, we are very fortunate. We got great neighbors. They all take care of their yards. They keep up their houses. But there are those neighbors. Well, luckily we got the woods. We can't see them.
Yeah.
But there are those neighbors that have 20
junk cars in their yard,
lawnmowers, 20 lawnmowers, 30, whatever. But some hide them. Some do a nice job. They hide everything. Some just put it out there and let the grass grow. Or do you think it'd be smart to go over and say, "Hey, can you take?" See, I think you're
usually
asking.
If they're that kind of person, they don't care. They might just get mad at you for saying
and cause more issues. I'm telling you, everybody's on edge.
Like I said, you might go out and your car will have 4 flat tires the next morning.
Or worse, because nowadays they just want to go get a gun and they want to solve it that way. And everybody's just on edge. You can't say anything to anybody. So when I saw that question, I'm like, no, I think it's better just to do your thing and let it go, because you just don't know. So you're with me on that one?
Yep.
Yeah, me too. It's probably not a good idea. Let's talk about a man that wants to be a dog. So this Japanese man spent $12,500 on an ultra-realistic dog costume. And I got to tell you, and I showed you the picture.
It does look
I'm going
like
to try
a dog.
and put this picture on our on a website, Just Talking Out Loud website. Or if I don't get it on the website, then I'll put it on TikTok. But this, I mean, when he was laying there,
he looks
this
like a dog.
suit, a collie, right?
Yeah, it looks like a collie.
He said that he wanted to fulfill a lifelong dream of becoming an animal. And so he bought this suit. It was made by Zeppet, which actually provides costumes and figures for TV commercials and films. That's how he got this made. And I mean, he had a lot of likes because it looked like a dog. He even walked. Now you could tell once he started on all fours, you could tell it wasn't a dog.
Because your legs.
At first, you're like, "Oh, that's a real dog." And then you see how big it kind of is. But when he's laying there, you're like, "Wow!" I don't know how he breathes in it. I don't know how that all works.
Yeah,
it looks really hot. So I'm hoping to put this on. I'll put it on Twitter, or Just Talking Out Loud Twitter. Or I don't know if I can get it on the Facebook page or on the website. I'll have to see. But I'm going to try and put the picture up. But you might be surprised at how realistic it looked, because it really did look
very like a dog.
Realistic. So if you're going to go for it, right, that's what you're going to be, just go for the gusto. I mean, that's a lot of money.
So does he wear the costume all the time?
No, I think he does it like after work, on the weekends. I don't know. I don't know the guy. Doesn't really say. He says does he say on here?
I could think of a lot of other things to spend $12,000 on.
Yeah, me too. I think he did say it was. Oh, he said there are restrictions, but you can move in it. However, he said if you move too much, it really doesn't look like a dog, because we don't have those. We don't have those corresponding legs like the dogs are able to.
Our legs.
Now they shuffle those back feet after they take a poop. I don't know if he does that after. I don't know if he goes to the bathroom in the yard. Maybe he does. I mean, if you're going to do it,
might as well do it.
Do it all. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so that's he's finally become the collie that he always wanted to be. God bless him. Whatever you want to do, whatever makes you happy, I guess. And we're going to finish things up with things you didn't know yesterday, and this will make you feel a little bit smarter. According to a study, the ideal height for an office cubicle was 4 feet 3 inches. They say it's high enough to provide privacy, but low enough to make sure you don't feel totally alone. Now, we used to have, our cubicles used to be a little bit higher. at Fairmont Supply when I worked there. So you couldn't see over them. Now they're making them to where if your boss comes out, you can see the tops of everybody's head. Or if, depending how tall you are, maybe your head. But apparently that's the ideal height, 4 feet, 3 inches. Elephants can produce subsonic rumbles that they send through the ground in order to communicate. So that's how they communicate. They probably communicate and don't even know they're communicating because they're just walking, as heavy as they are, right? And finally, take every planet in our solar system, line them up so they're all touching, and they will fit inside the space between Earth and our moon with room to spare. So if you take them all, bunch them up side by side, there would still be room between Earth and the moon with room to spare. And there are some things that you can take to your office party or maybe you're sitting around, you can bring that up and they're going to look like you're a genius.
Useless information.
Useless information that makes you look smarter. And I'll do whatever it takes to make me look a little bit smarter. All right. That'll do it for today. Now, please don't forget to share this or any of our episodes with friends. We'd really appreciate that. You can subscribe, and then every Monday you'll get an alert. I know they work because I actually do that, so I make sure that they are all.
So you tried it to make sure it works.
Well, yeah, I subscribe just on a couple of them just to make sure that they work. And it does. It pops right up. New episode comes out every Monday. You can also follow us on our Twitter page and our Facebook